We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Here.
Hill?
Here.
Mingus?
Here.
Sutherland?
Here.
Mayor Call?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please rise for the invocation. Remain standing for the pledge.
Shall we pray? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and every day. As we shelter and feel alone, we look to you for strength. As our anxiety grows, we will cast it to you because you are care for us. We ask that you bless and lend your healing hands to healthcare workers and essential workers in harm's way. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the minutes, please.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the approved minutes of the regular meeting held on March 17, 2020, the minutes of the public hearing held on March 17, 2020, and the minutes of the closed meeting executive session held on March 3, 2020 be approved as printed.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present, voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Before we head over to public comments, everybody watching tonight can realize that under these extraordinary times, we're doing things a little bit different. The meeting is physically closed to the public. However, we are live streaming it and going through Zoom. We'll open it up for public comments in a second, but prior to doing that, getting into the council agenda, 3 items will be pulled from the agenda this evening. Those items are ordinance number 4493, which is the annual appropriation ordinance, resolution number 1920-124, which is the working cash budget, and the third item being pulled is resolution number 1920-131, which is a resolution regarding temporary increase in firefighters. Those 3 items are being pulled from the agenda. And with that, before we do anything else, Mr. Becker, are there any public comments? Seeing no public comments for the council on an agenda item. With that being said, Commissioner Hill, I'll turn it over to you for the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move to adopt a consent agenda consisting of items numbered 1 through 3. Item number 1, adoption of resolution number 1920-136, resolution to approve payment of scheduled bills listed on schedule number 22 in the amount of $2,848,421.50. Item number 2, adoption of resolution number 1920-122 on its second reading, resolution approving the purchase of light fixtures related to the public safety parking lot lighting upgrade project from Springfield Electric Supply Company in the amount of $6,360.16. Item number 3, adoption of resolution number 1920-125 on its second reading, resolution approving the city's purchase of pipe and other installation materials for the Farmdale Road water main extension project from Core and Main in the amount of $10,331.95 as listed on the agenda for this meeting to be considered by omnibus vote.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present, voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I move you that items number 1 through 3 listed on the consent agenda be hereby approved and adopted, and the items numbered 2 through 3, having been read once by their title and having laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection, be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present, voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I have 6 items tonight. Mr. Mayor, I move you that ordinance number 4494 here to attach an ordinance authorizing the selling process by sealed bid for city-owned surplus real estate located at 136 Johnson Street in the city of East Peoria, Illinois. Having been read once by its title and having laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection, be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
What we have here is second reading on the property at 136 Johnson Street. So we've, again, this is the sealed bid. So this particular property, as we mentioned in the first reading, it's surplus city property that we try to return to a productive use. And therefore, this particular property, we're going to accept sealed bids on.
Any discussion, comments from the council? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that resolution number 1920128, hereto attached, a resolution authorizing the selling process of city-owned surplus real estate located at 127 Canterbury Court in the City of East Peoria, Illinois, be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 1920128, having been read once by its title and having laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection, be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
Again, another property, but this particular property is being sold by a realtor. So we will be putting that on the market. The minimum bid that can be possible is 80% of the appraised value.
Any additional comments or discussion from the council? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that Resolution 1920-123 hereto attached, a resolution to approve the acquisition of an ice machine for Asian carp fishing operations for the Illinois River be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 1920-123, having been read once by its title and having laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection, be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Again, second reading on this, what we have is the opportunity that we have money from the state that we will get to purchase the ice machine, and this ice machine will be used in the Asian carp fishing business. And as part of this, the city has no obligations. If the money does not get appropriated at the state level, we will not be buying this ice machine.
Any comments or discussion from the council? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, and I have this one to be read at length. Whereas the owner of parcel number 01-01-32-414-008, the property, has filed a complaint with the Tazewell County Board of Review, the Board of Review, for the purpose of challenging the assessed value assigned to the property, and whereas the City of East Peoria City has objected to the change in assessed value, and whereas the Board of Review has affirmed the assessment originally assigned to the property, and whereas the power of the property has appealed the decision of the Board of Review to the Illinois Property Tax Appeal Board, PTAB, and whereas it is in the interest of the city to intervene in the proceedings currently pending before PTAB. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois, that the attorney for the city is hereby authorized and directed to obtain an appraisal for the property and petition for leave to intervene in the proceeding involving the assessment of the property, which proceeding is identified as docket number 2019-0080.001-C-3, currently pending before the Illinois Property Tax Board. Mr. Mayor, I move that resolution number 1920-133 be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
What we have here is we've got a property here in the City of East Peoria. It's actually the Kroger, better known as the Kroger property, and they're appealing their taxes as they have in the last 2 years, and this significant request is such that it's in the best interest of the city to intervene in this process and oppose this assessment change.
Very good. Any comments or discussion from the council? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, just a few more. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, Resolution 1920-134, hereto attached, a resolution regarding reinsurance carrier for the city's group health insurance plan, approving reinsurance coverage with Reunion Health Services, Inc. for 2020-2021 fiscal year be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 1920-134 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Okay, what we've got here is the group health life insurance and let me make sure I get my my notes, that the committee, the city's committee on health insurance has done a review and has recommended that we go with the Reunion Health Services. And this is a different group that appeared to be principals of the prior insurance group that we had up until this point, which was expiring, I believe, April 30th of this year. And this group is, it has a small percentage, I believe, a 4% increase in cost over last year's, but it's the most competitive of the bidders.
Any discussion or comments from the council? Hearing none. Roll call?
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria that the Resolution 1920-135 hereto attached, a resolution regarding preferred physician and hospital network for the city's group health insurance plan be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this Resolution 1920-135 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Yeah, as part of this complete process for the health insurance for the city, this is the recommendation coming out of our city's, again, our city's committee, health committee, and it is to stay with Unity Point Health Plus. Again, the evaluation was done, and they are found to be the most competitive as well as the best service-oriented for the city's interest.
Any other discussions or comment from the council? Hearing none. Roll call?
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that Resolution 1920-137 hereto attached resolution regarding the prescription drug benefit manager for the city's group health insurance plan be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 1920-137 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
And the final piece for the city's health, and this is the prescription drug benefit program. And with this, again, the city's committee went out and evaluated using services from Consociate and Leaf. And in the process, the master services agreement that they enter into with MedTech allows them to leverage other cities to get the best price. And in this particular case, I believe there was a savings of 8% coming in the 2021 fiscal year.
Any other comments or discussion from the council? The only thing I want to point out is the insurance committee, these folks work really hard and they do a good job really navigating through a lot of paperwork, and as they do this, it's a year-long effort, and this is an annual thing, and I just want to commend them for doing a great job. It's kind of a thankless job. They put a lot of time and effort into perusing through all this information and trying to come up with the best plan for all parties involved. So I commend them once again, another job well done. Roll call?
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Mr.
Thank
Mayor,
you.
that is all for me tonight.
Very good. Commissioner Decker?
I have two items, Mayor. Make sure I'm doing the correct one first. All right. First of all, resolution number 1920-132. Whereas Tazewell County, the county, annually provides a grant, which we call the grant, to help fund the curbside recycling program operated by the city. And whereas the county has offered to provide the grant in the amount of $50,852 for the year 2020. And whereas the grant will be dispersed under the terms of an intergovernmental agreement between the city and the county. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois, that the mayor is fully authorized and directed to execute an intergovernmental agreement between the city and the county under such terms and conditions as the mayor in his discretion deems appropriate, providing for the distribution of a curbside recycling grant in the amount of $50,852 from the county to the city. Mr. Mayor, I move you that resolution number 1920-132 be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus. The grant that is in front of us is something that we would get yearly. It started many years ago to encourage our community, I believe other communities as well, to begin a curbside recycling program and keep it going as long as possible. Recycling is something that we all cherish. I know the mayor's talked about it quite a bit as well, trying to do what we can to recycle whenever appropriate. The costs have gone up in recent years, and it's something that we need to look at, but we're fortunate to continue to receive this grant, and we're happy to get it done this evening.
Any other comments or discussion from the council? The only thing I want to point out, this is typically done in November, I apologize. And this grant, this is effective 1/1 of 2020 through December 31st of this year, so kind of late to the game. The county kind of pointed out we had some changing of hands, if you will, so this is a housekeeping thing that's a few months overdue, but it actually went in effect January 1st. So. Roll call?
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, next, Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I move you the ordinance number 4496 hereto attached. An ordinance approving acquisition of right-of-way and construction easement for Camp Street and River Road intersection improvement project. Be accepted on its first reading as read by its title. Be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Hill.
Thank you, Commissioner Hill. This project is one that I think everybody will remember got quite a bit of publicity. It was originally a roundabout area, and we are now, this is, I guess, the new and improved plan. And these are some of the steps we must take to keep that going in the, on the time frame that we're going to be able to get it done in.
Well said. Any other comments or discussion from the council? Hearing none. Roll call?
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Very good. Commissioner Sutherland.
Mayor, I too have two items. The first one is, be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that the resolution number 1920-129 hereto attached, a resolution accepting the third change order for the city sanitary sewer system upgrade project, Phase A through C construction project, change order number 3 in the amount of $63,035.14 be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 1920-129 be accepted on the first reading as read by its title and laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
Mayor, basically what this is there's, as this, you hear me complaining about it every once in a while. We have we find things under the ground that wasn't there originally at the beginning of the construction of the project because they were buried umpteen decades ago and then found to be in the way. The last two main things were high voltage lines that had to be moved. Then we had to make an agreement with Caterpillar to move some other high voltage lines that was in the way to where we couldn't even lay pipe because we had to move one building over 4 feet to be able to lay the pipe, but we still didn't, after we did all that, we still couldn't make the safety codes set forth by the state and Ameren SoCo. So all this, all in all, it sounds like a lot of money, but compared to what it was to begin with, this, the $63,000 didn't even pay for part of the beginning agreement that we had moving the high lines at Caterpillar. So I'm really happy with the way the negotiations went for us on this.
Yeah, I agree. Any other comments or discussion from the council?
Yeah, I have, when I first saw this item, I started getting alarmed. I thought, well, this is change request number 3 at 63,000. So the project manager in me started wondering what was going on. I contacted Commissioner Sutherland, who then put me in contact with Brad, our project manager. And so we had a nice geeky project management conversation and talked a little bit about earned value and the contingency. And I feel good about a couple things. One, that Brad's managing this project after having that conversation. I do not know and will not pretend to know anything to do with these sewer operation projects, but I do know project management. And in my short conversation with him, I got definitely a stronger confidence in we've got the right guy in doing the job. And so I'm going to be supporting this tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other comments from the council?
Yes,
Go ahead, sir.
if you two had a meeting, it absolutely was a geeky meeting, okay?
Yeah, I'll just point out, there are actually 5 items involved in this change order number 3. So I'm not sure if that was mentioned, but as we bring these forward to council, we're not just going to bring them individually. They are going to be lumped together. So appreciate the due diligence. He is doing a great job, and the project is staying on course, so.
When this began, I knew that, I had heard that there would be changeovers. It is kind of unsettling when you see them, but I also know that it's part of it. And a project that is of this size, this magnitude, I've been educated to understand that there's no way to have expected all the things that could potentially be found over, what is the old plant, 100 years old, or the different areas that we have. So we can't really expect that we're going to know everything going into it. So I understand it. It's something that none of us want to spend more money or make changes to the original agreements, but sometimes it's necessary.
Well, Commissioner Decker, knock on wood, I think the expected change orders on these things usually have a level. I think we're going to not go over that level, we're going to be under that level, which and I'm going to 100% that Brad Bolton is the right person in this position for us.
Good, good.
Good deal. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, my next item, sir. Whereas Kevin Clark has been continuously employed by the city from December 28th, 1987 through March 20th, 2020, most recently occupying the position of operator in the water department. Whereas Kevin Clark announced his intention to retire employment effective at the end of the day on March 20th, 2020, and whereas the city is appreciative of the long and continued service provided by Kevin Clark, and whereas it is in the best interest of the city to execute the attached separation agreement. Now therefore it be resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois, that Section 1, the above recitals are found to be true and correct. Section 2, the mayor is hereby authorized to execute the separation agreement with such changes as the mayor, in his sole discretion, may decide are in the best interest of the city of East Peoria. Mr. Mayor, I move you that resolution number 1920-130 be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
I've known Kevin Clark most of my adult life. He's probably one of the most genuine, honest people I've ever met. He's got a little bit of a habit that I have. If he thinks it, he says it. And he knows where a lot of the bodies are buried out here, I guarantee you that. He knows a lot what's going on in the city of East Peoria. I meant it in a kind way.
Kind.
But he is going to be missed because there's a lot of skill and knowledge going out with this man.
Any other comments from the council?
Mayor, I completely agree with that part, obviously joking about the other, but Kevin is an employee that you can trust. A few years ago, I had a conversation with his son, Kip Clark, and he was telling me about his dad growing up, whether it would be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, a family get-together that was very important. If it happened to come at a time when the city needed him for something, Kip said, well, that's just what we recognize, that work had to come first, because this is why we were able to do the things we're able to do as a family, because of the benefits that are provided to us from the job that he has. And Kevin showed that throughout his entire career. I mean, I haven't known him as long as Mike, but I've known him since I've been on the council, and extremely honest, very good worker, somebody that you can trust, and we will miss his knowledge. The experience that he had will be greatly missed. So appreciate the work that he's done, and wish him the best in retirement. Hopefully he gets to do everything he'd like to do.
Any other comments from the council? I'd just like to point out, I appreciate and want to thank him, which I had the opportunity to do before he bowed out of here, for his 32 years of service. Our fathers worked together at Caterpillar for a number of years, so I actually knew his dad before I knew him. But it was a good time sitting down on his way out to share some, we've both lost our fathers, of course, but sharing some of the stories of years past. But appreciate his 32 years of dedicated service to our community. Wish him well in his retirement, and that's about it. Roll call?
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Very good. Commissioner Mingus?
I have nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Very good. Mr. Becker, I'm going to look to you and see if we have any public comment for the council on a non-agenda item. No hands raised, so those participating, no one's got any questions or comments for the council. So with that being said, I will seek comments from the council. Commissioner Decker, I'll start with you.
That Zoom meeting is definitely something that can be difficult to get used to. I've been using it quite a bit recently, and actually been using it to teach some classes. And even though it's strange to start to to try it, it is so convenient when you do. So I encourage everybody that if you have the opportunity to try out, I think it's probably easier than most people realize who have not used it. I was talking with one person recently who was actually a bit concerned that people will find it in other resources like Zoom to be so easy that it could change the way we do things in the United States. Maybe that's a good thing in some cases, and maybe to stop some of the spread of things like what we're going on right now. But I encourage everybody to try it out. It is easy. I am not a tech person. When I was young, I thought I was, but it's all passed me by. But Zoom is easy. It's easy for it to use. It takes very little to get it up and running on a computer or on a phone. So I encourage everybody to try it out. The other thing I want to say is, with everything going on right now, the city is making some changes, some things that we must do just to make sure that we can do everything that we need to do, provide the services that are crucial to the taxpayers. And having said that, recently there was the knowledge that, and I appreciate Commissioner Hill bringing it to my attention, that some garbage pickup down on the Riverfront Park was missed inadvertently, just not realized that what had happened. So he contacted me, and at first I didn't realize what he was talking about in regards to Public Works. But called Rick Smonsky. Rick's not here tonight, but man, through this process the whole time, with everything we've dealt with thus far, Rick has been exceptional, especially a case like this. His simple words were, hey, we'll take care of it. Whatever we have to do, we'll figure out a way to make it work. So I appreciate that. Obviously, there are some things that are going to be out of the norm for a while. It'll be nice when we can see a light at the end of the tunnel and start moving back to a more normal situation. But for right now, I appreciate the efforts that are made by everybody to try to make work all the things that we still have to do. I mean, the city can't just stop. We still need to move forward, and I appreciate the efforts of those that are continuing to do that. That's all, Mayor.
Very good. Commissioner Hill?
I just wanted to thank the city, the employees of the city. You know, again, we're in you keep hearing the words unprecedented times. And as Commissioner Decker mentioned, you know, there have been changes. You know, the police department, fire department have had to change some of their practices to, you know, keep themselves safe. But thank the city employees as well, because they're still out there providing the city services to this day. And again, they're trying to practice self-safety practices as well. And I also want to give kudos to facilities and our cleaning services. They have really have impressed me with the changes that have gone on to try to make sure everybody's safe and doing some extra measures that we normally don't have to do. So again, I want to give kudos to all the city employees on continuing providing the city services as if nothing was happening. That's it.
Well said. Commissioner Sutherland?
Yeah, I got a couple things. I hope I say it right. I don't want to put my foot too far in my mouth. I too want to say kudos to Rick Schmonsky and Cord Chrysler and everybody in the street sewer and the water departments that we're all involved with. They go out there and they're up to it knee deep every day, whether it's actual sewer, whether it's actual garbage, whatever. They keep the water clean for us to drink and under all these conditions, and they're doing great, and they're running low on supplies and stuff, and just like tonight, we thought we were low on supplies and we found some, so great. They're going to go to work, I hope, fully manned tomorrow. I know that there's a lot of scared people out there. I see them every day down at my place, and there's some people that aren't worried about this virus at all. I have a respect for it. Mm-hmm. I think that as people run low on supplies, cleaning supplies, I'm not trying to play a doctor here, but, bleach, put some in your kitchen sink, wipe everything down, dilute it. You can get your hands clean at the same time. It's coming. The wave will be here in another week or so, they say. The worst is just about here. And I have an 84-year-old mother that I'm worried about her just like I am virtually everybody's mother here in town. I think these people are doing a great job protecting themselves and everybody else. So all I can say is keep your heads down, be safe, and the last thing I want to say is for probably the first and the last time, I'm dressed better than the rest of the city council and the mayor. It was laid out for me, and if I didn't wear it, I was going to be in trouble at the other end. So
Okay, fair enough.
that would be it, sir.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Mingus?
I have two items, Your Honor. First, really echo what Commissioner Decker, Commissioner Hill said, to thank our city employees. I've sat through multiple meetings with firefighters and fire command staff on the things that they're doing to keep our community safe, and realizing that every time they respond to a call, they're putting themselves in harm's way, but they continue to do that to keep our citizens safe and make sure they do their job. I've received multiple emails from facilities, Robert Cole, and the things that they're doing to help keep our city facilities clean, going the extra mile. I think at one point, Robert was even cleaning at 2 or 3 a.m. one day to make sure that everything, that we can continue providing the services that we need. So I think the other commissioners said that, but I want to echo, I know all departments are doing things, and I want them to know that I'm grateful for that. The second item, I don't have Facebook. One reason I don't have Facebook is because of a lot of the stuff that can be started on Facebook, but I do follow the city's Facebook page. It's open to the public, and you can do that. And I know that the open burning ban that was put in created quite a few comments on that page. I just want the citizens to know that was made out of concern for the health of our citizens. I know everyone knows that every gym in town is closed. People are being encouraged to get outside and get exercise. Kids are no longer in school, and they're being encouraged to be outside. And the COVID-19 is a respiratory illness, and people are concerned about that. And some concerns were brought about open burning. Those were brought to my attention. I looked at those, consulted with some people, and a decision was made late last week to give one more weekend of open burning for people that wanted to get rid of yard waste. I think people had all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday before we put a stop to that. That is not a permanent stop. Open burning next year or the next time that it's up is something that will continue to happen as long as this situation has resolved itself. And I would even be willing to at least entertain if things clear up and people aren't as concerned about the COVID-19 and all the things that are related to it, even later this spring or early summer, as long as it's safe, giving an opportunity for citizens to have a little bit more time to burn. So I know that's not perfect for everybody, but taking everybody's health into consideration in the situation that we were in, I think that's stopping it for the time being was appropriate and was the right thing to do. So I just wanted to make sure that to get on the record with that. That's why we made those decisions, why the timing of it was the way it was.
Very good. Just a couple of brief comments. You know, we've said it all. Everybody's said it. You hear it on the TV every day. These are uncertain times. A lot of stuff going on. I agree with Commissioner Sutherland in that, you know, there seems to be a lot of people on different sides of the equation here, whether to take this seriously or not take it seriously. At the end of the day, as I said 3 weeks ago, I just ask everybody to be respectful and be mindful of each other. These are challenging times. I mean, you're talking millions of people on unemployment right now. You're talking about businesses shut down. There's a lot of tough decisions in the weeks and months ahead that I don't think are quite realized. So I think it's important that everybody just respect each other. We're not all going to agree. The 5 of us don't agree on everything. But at the end of the day, it's times like this when all of us are pulling together. I appreciate the dedicated service that our employees continue to provide the city in these challenging times, and the city is not unscathed. We're going to be making some tough decisions. We've already had to do that. It's nothing to raise the alarm bell. Everybody's going to be in the same boat. But, you know, we see a lot of complaints coming in about this business is open and I deem this one essential, this one non-essential. That's a subjective term in my opinion. There's a lot of vagueness involved around all of this. So, you know, keep in mind, we want to protect the public health and safety of all of our citizens, of our employees. At the same time, please be respectful and keep in mind it's important to protect the business community as well. I know there's a lot of talk about bailouts coming for them. Nothing's guaranteed. So there's a lot of uncertainty from so many different angles. And that's why I think, you know, taking a calm, measured approach to these things and not jumping the gun and not making rash decisions is the best approach. You know, but at the end of the day, let's focus on getting it through the next couple of weeks. Please be respectful and mindful. We're not all going to agree on our opinions of this, but at the end of the day, let's look out for each other. Just, you know, please be mindful. as we move forward here, when we try to get through these next couple of weeks. We'll be back here on the council floor in another meeting very similar to this one. You know, and this time will pass. Where we end up on the other side, none of us know, but we'll take it one day at a time. But remember, if you're sick, stay home. It doesn't matter if you think you have COVID or you have the flu or you have a cough. Just do yourself a favor, do everyone around you a favor, stay home. Practice good personal hygiene. I think that's important. We're going to weather this storm together, and at the end of the day, we'll learn our lessons, whatever those may be, in the next coming few weeks or a month, and we'll come out. There will be better days ahead. Just hang in there. Please keep your chin up, and we'll get through this. But other than that, I would seek a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adjourn until Tuesday evening, April 21st, 2020, at 6 PM.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Till we meet again, we are adjourned.